Hey, this lesson is going to be perfect if you're looking for some super simple guitar solos and you want to get into some lead guitar playing techniques. We're going to be dissecting Audioslave's Be Yourself and Nirvana's Smells Like Teen Spirit. I've had really good luck teaching these songs to my one-on-one students, and let's get into the lesson and get you ripping some leads. My name is Will Ripley, and this is Campfire Guitar Star. It's all about finding cool solos that are attainable and something that you can play along with the song. You know, because if you're learning some Van Halen or like some Jimi Hendrix or something like really complex, it's just not that fun, right? So there's two songs that I want you to check out if you don't know them already. So one is Be Yourself by Audioslave, okay? And the second one is Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana. So I think that both of these songs have really, really good solos that we can play and definitely are attainable that you can eventually play along with and just enjoy. So on Be Yourself, what Tom Morello uses there is a wah-wah pedal. And I have one over here. I'm not plugged into it right now, but that's a really big part of the sound, but it's definitely something that you can play along with and have some fun with. And so really the big part about this solo is that it climbs up one string. So I'll just show you this first part. So that's the first part of Be Yourself. We'll get into that in a second. And then Smells Like Teen Spirit is also a cool one because it's basically based right out of our F minor scale. Now, Nirvana played it with their guitars tuned down half a step, by the way, which the Will Ripley tuner can help you with. It's a chromatic tuner, so it will help you tune your strings in whatever tuning you want. So this one is based basically out of her F minor pentatonic scale, and if you're tuned down half a step, you'd play it off the second fret. But yeah, so to play along with the song, you want to be in standard tuning, played off the first fret. Okay, so now this is really cool because what we do here is we're based right out of the pentatonic scale. And so on and so on. So we'll get into that in a second. But yeah, it has some nice bends in there. It's using a minor pentatonic scale. And yeah, again, totally attainable. And you can easily play along with the CD or the song really, really quickly. So let's get back to Be Yourself. And it's really helpful, by the way, when you're learning solos, is just to know how they sound, right? So then when you're playing them, you can emulate them closer. Definitely Be Yourself has some really memorable parts, and because it's very easy to sing along with this one. So again, we just climb up. So we start on the second fret of the A string, 4th fret, 5th fret, 7th, 9th fret. Okay, so we're basically climbing up a minor scale there, by the way. So then we go back down. So So that would be the first part. It kind of sounds like you're playing a scale because that's what you are doing. Okay? But it's in a nice kind of like just solid, straight, like 4 on the floor kind of rhythm. Okay, so the next part, you only go up to 7th fret and then climb back down. But then on this section, you end on an A. Okay, so those two parts together would sound like this. Now notice that I'm using some different fingers here. So I mean, I'm definitely using my first finger, but then I'll use my third finger here. because you may as well use your third finger here, because then it's just, you always want to find the easiest way, right? So if I use my third finger, I don't have to move my hand, right? So. But whatever gets it done, that is the trick. So now the next part, we climb back up. Okay, so again, this really is helpful if you can sing along with the solo. So the next part goes like this. So when we get up to this 9th fret, we do a little switch from 10, 9, 10, and then up to 12, 10, 9, 7, and then we pump this beat right here. 9, 9, 9, 9. So that's going to be the end of the one string solo bit. So again, here's the whole thing. I'll play it nice and slow. So. Now the next part, we're going to move into some B minor pentatonic licks. So what he does there is a hammer-on. So now I go over this in another guitar video called Guitar Solo Techniques. But basically what we're going to do here, we're going to hit that note with one pick, and while it's still ringing, we hammer in our third finger to the 9th fret. We're going 7 and 9, but with only one picked note. So you just want to think about like a whip, like lashing down and just hammering in that third finger. And if you're not getting them, just remember that hammer-ons are all about getting them harder and faster, okay? So think about a mouse trap that's like, you know, all ready to rock, and then it's like it gets triggered and this thing just slams down, okay? So okay, so this would be the next part. And so what that is slow is, so it's just a hammer-on. So we end up really playing like 3 notes up here. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we got. Okay, and our next section, we're going to do a quick little run here. Okay, so we're just going to pick each note, and we're going to go on the G string here. We got. Okay, which is awesome. So, and he plays that nice and fast, so that'll be a good little challenge for you. Okay, so nice and slow. So now we're going to switch between this note, that same hammer-on lick we were just doing, and this string. Okay, so he does that twice each. So. Okay, so that's a good little challenge as well. And then what we're going to do is, it's kind of a little bit hard to tell exactly what he does here, because there's actually, I read an interview and he does 3 guitars are actually happening all at the same time. And so, but we can emulate this by a really, really great B minor pentatonic lick. We'll play something like this. This is definitely the most challenging part of this song, or this solo. And so we want to get our pinky on the 10th fret, our third finger on the 9th fret, okay, of these 2 strings side by side, the G and the B strings. And then we want to keep that pinky finger solid, but what we want to do is bend this string. Okay, so this is a great like country, blues, rock lick. Okay, and so in order to get this bend, again, I go into this in guitar solo techniques, and I think another video too, but I'll make sure to link that to you. But yeah, we want to have all 3 fingers on one string. Okay, because if you try to bend that string with one finger, it just ain't gonna happen. You just don't have enough muscle or like just grip on it. So what you do is you get all 3 fingers. Okay, so again here, what I'm doing here is I'm hitting both strings. I just kind of go down the B minor pentatonic scale. And you can end on the 10th fret of the A string. Okay, so here's the whole solo for Be Yourself by Audioslave, nice and slow. Okay, so this next solo we're going to get into is Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana, another great guitar solo for beginners. Okay, so it's really helpful to know your minor pentatonic scale, but also we're going to add in one extra note which makes it a true minor scale, and all these notes are derived from the true minor scale, which is also called Aeolian. Okay, and that's spelled A-E-O-L-I-A-N, and Aeolian is a mode. So it's kind of cool. We're getting into some more technical stuff with this solo, using some really well-known minor scale. So we're going to climb up our minor pentatonic scale, starting from the B first fret. Then we're going to hop over to the G string first fret. So we got. Okay, now here's probably the hardest part of the song. Okay, so you're going to hit that 4th fret of the B string. And again, with bends, you want to load up these other fingers to get the muscle on the string. Right? Because if you try to bend that with one finger, it just ain't going to happen. So here's what we got so far. And then here's the Aeolian note. Okay, so we got. Okay. Okay, so that's kind of cool. The second hardest part, another bend coming up, so load up those 3 fingers and we're going to bend this note. We're going to hit that open string, so we got. So that's pretty easy, just going first fret, open, first fret, open. So the whole solo again, nice and slow. Here we go. Hey, I hope you got something out of today's lesson and get your fingers moving on something new and something cool that helped you with your guitar playing. Now moving forward, I've got this entire guitar system called 5 Minute Guitar, and it's valued at $100. I want to get it to you for free. What this is it's a step-by-step beginner guitar system that takes the total, utmost, absolute beginner all the way through like strumming chords, bar chords, single note riffs, playing rock and roll techniques, learning all the must-know scales, and just playing awesome, cool, classic songs. And just getting all those skills together so that you can like play this thing. And guitar, it can be really difficult, especially getting some of those basics down, especially strumming chords and switching between chords smoothly. So I want to get you access to this system, and it's really powerful, and I know you're going to get a ton out of it. And again, totally on the house and totally for free. All you have to do is follow the directions on this video screen. There should be a link somewhere that you can click. I'll take you over to campfireguitarstar.com. I'll also make sure that there's a link in the description below. All you have to do, meet me over there. I'll get you access to everything. And it's as simple as that. In the meantime, subscribe to this YouTube channel and leave a comment below, and we'll take care of you, man. We'll get you ripping on this guitar thing and getting you playing all your favorite songs and styles. So until the next video, keep on ripping it up.